Hello everyone, my name is Cliff and welcome back to my channel. This is Cliff's Dark Gems. And if you're new here, big welcome. Hope you enjoy yourselves. Today's video I'm going to be talking about life, channel and reading update. Stay tuned. Okay everyone, I just wanted to let everyone know where we are at right now. I'm not going to take too long in doing that, but I just thought I'd like to let everyone know about load shedding. And that's something that happens in our country, and I'm going to keep this quite humorous. I'm going to keep it quite short, but for those of you that don't know, our main electricity provider in this country, in fact our only electricity provider, our utility in this country, is Eskom. And Eskom is pretty much at the point of collapse. And if that happens, we're going to be without power indefinitely, which could be 2, 3, 4 weeks. It's happened in another African country, and we don't want it to happen here. Now the reason for that is because of mismanagement, because of theft, because of neglect. There's just all sorts of things involved that's too complex to go into right now. But one thing that they did is they started load shedding. Now load shedding is an attempt by the government to take strain off Eskom, take strain off the power utility that is about to collapse. So all over the country we get basically a schedule, and the schedule says from level 1 load shedding up to level 6, 7, what does it go up to, baby? 8. Level 8 load shedding, which is a freaking nightmare. But basically, depending on the situation, it's supposed to go by the schedule. And at the moment we're on level 6. And that means from 8 to 10 hours a day without any power. And what they do is they give you times. So that 8 to 10 hours a day could be from 3 o'clock in the morning to 7 in the morning, and then later on at 5 o'clock in the evening to 9 o'clock in the evening. So that's all very pleasant. Except what they did to us the other night, which was a nightmare. They made it from 5 to 9 and then the power didn't come on. So we were off till 1. So we were supposed to have a lovely dinner of bacon carbonara. And instead we had a tuna sandwich for dinner, which was also lovely, nice, sitting outside with my wife and a tuna sandwich. But we had to wait till 12:30, 1, and we just made a decision and eat and go to bed. So yeah, it can be damn annoying. Not just that, but your milk goes sour, the stuff in your freezer starts to defrost, and the whole thing about schedules is just absolutely painful. And I don't know how many of you have seen that British comedy. Absolutely hilarious, and it's called Whose Line Is It Anyway? I know there was an American version as well. In fact, I think no, they were both American. We got a bit of a joke about Eskom, is that it's where nothing matters and schedules, where no points don't matter and schedules mean nothing. So yeah, it's a pain in the arse, and of course it affects my reading. If I'm not reading on Kindle, it affects the times that I put my videos on. It affects the kind of quality of the videos if I'm doing them in the evening, especially live. Because if you've got no power, it's kind of difficult. We've got a ring light, but the last video I made was I looked like a ghost. So it has a kind of go-on effect. The biggest thing is with food, feeding Layla. Sometimes the gate doesn't open because the battery is not so good, so we're kind of stuck and we have to get delivery food. But hey, South Africa is known as the most romantic city in the whole world. You know why? Because we eat every night by candlelight. Yes, we do. However, we can eat every night by candlelight, but it doesn't help if you can't cook the food. So then you just have to have a tuna sandwich. Okay, enough about load shedding. Let's just get to some of the things I'm excited about. And number one is I'm really enjoying my live stream videos. I've done 2 of them so far, and it was a lot of fun having guests on my show. I just love more people to take part in the comments and take part and kind of give suggestions, and it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. I've got some great guests lined up in the next few weeks, so be on the lookout for that. Okay, I'm going to talk about the Read What You Own challenge very quickly. I've read 40 out of 100 books. Actually, I'm on my 40th. I'm almost finished my 40th, as you can see on this chart, which is not so good considering I started it in November and now it's February. Yeah, it's maybe pretty good, but it's a long way to go. And when I initially said that I was going to take part in the challenge, I said I was going to do 50 books. And then I said, no, I'm not going to chicken out. I'm going to go for the full 100. And I still am. But what I want to do is I want to reward myself after I reach 50 books. Hopefully by the end of this month or halfway through next month. And I want to basically have a book haul. Go to a shop. I haven't done it for 3 months and I'm dying to go and browse through second-hand books. Find some treasures. Because I don't really get out much. So I think that in May I might do that. And I probably won't read them. I'll carry on with my challenge. But guys, let me know what you think. Am I being a sucker for punishment? Because I have been seriously thinking of just giving in. It's kind of frustrating because I read not as fast as some other people. But yeah, I'm going to try and go in March and buy some books because I love doing that. So that's the Read What You Own challenge. Okay, my final channel update. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and my wife and I are going to give you a Valentine's Day special, and it's going to be a kind of vlog thing, not a reading vlog like other people do, but we're going to have a nice chat. We're going to have a bit of a cooking show with my wife, and we're going to have a few other fun things, and sort of talk about some things like why we're not really doing a big Valentine's this year. Not that we hate Valentine's or anything, but we're going to have some fun tomorrow, so be tuned in to find out. Okay everyone, let's move on to the books, and the first book that I'm busy reading is End of Watch by Stephen King, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm almost done, but I'm not going to talk too much about this book because I'm part of the All About Holly readathon, kind of a group read, and that's going to come in later in the month, and I might be part of that, so I don't want to give anything away. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun, and it's kind of different to the first 2 in the series. That is End of Watch. Okay, and a 4-star book that I read this month, in fact I've read 3 very good books, is Walkers by Graham Masterton. Now this was a lot of fun. It was batshit crazy, it was gory, it's bloody as all hell, so be warned. There's dog violence, or animal against dogs, violence against dogs. It's creepy, it's nasty, and he really does go for the gore thing right here. I think that's a thing with Graham Masterton, but he ramps it up in this particular novel. And it's about a man whose son is dragged into the walls of what was previously a lunatic asylum, and he's dragged into the walls by, well, the lunatics that used to reside there. And they're absolute maniacs, the most awful people, animals, and they threaten to kill the son if this man cannot set them free. Now, I really did think this was a lot of fun. I didn't give it 5 stars because at times it was just too ludicrous. Some of the things that were happening, I was just raising my eyebrows, shaking my head going, yeah, no, that can't happen. And some of the leaps in the plot, I'm just thinking, yeah, it's kind of making things up as he goes along. But still, it was fast paced, it was fun, and it's got a very, very good climax, a very good finish. And how's that cover? That is brilliant. So that is Walkers. Okay, next up we got Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Now this is all 4 volumes in one, and I read the 3rd volume, Life, the Universe and Everything. And the entire volume is a 5-star. I don't know why I keep mentioning it. And maybe this is the weakest in the whole series, but it's still 5-star for me. So anyone who loves science fiction, fantasy, just off the wall humor with robots that have a brain the size of a planet but are manically depressive. If that sounds good to you, then I think you'll enjoy this book. So that is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Okay, and finally, my book so far, my favorite book so far, is another Chad Lutzke book. Surprise, surprise. And that is Stirring the Sheets. Now this author, I've read 3 of his books so far. They've been 5-star favorites. And the interesting thing is they've all been very, very different kind of books. Very different kind of horror. This is a grief horror. And it's about an elderly man, and he'd lost his wife a year ago. They'd been married for 50 years. And he cannot get over it. He's in pain. He cannot move on with his life. He did not make up her side of the bed. So her side of the bed remains with her resting there. And he smells there to try and smell something of her every single night. There's pictures all around like it's a shrine. He cannot move on with his life. Another thing is he's a funeral, he works at a funeral home, and he's in charge of the morgue area where they make the corpses look beautiful for the people coming to watch. And one day he discovers a corpse that looks like his bride when she was younger, and he decides to take the corpse home with him. He doesn't do anything. It's just so sad. And in the wrong hands, this book would come across as kind of macabre and disgusting and just wrong. But Chad Lutzke elevates this to a beautiful, heartfelt, moving story that you just want to cry. And he's such a skilled writer. It's not like this is an all-out horror. And as I say, in the hands of a different author, they could have made this just a disgusting story. He doesn't do that. It's all about loss, letting go, and pain, the pain of losing a loved one. He just explores that. He does it so well. And yeah, I actually, maybe in terms of being a favorite, out of the 3 books that I've read by him, it's the least favorite. But that's not because of the way of the writing, it's maybe just because of the subject matter. The other 2 I really enjoyed, but this is still 5 stars. This man writes beautifully, and you should check him out, seriously, and that is Chad Lutzke. You can't help falling in love with the characters, and you just feel for this man. He's got this horrible neighbour, this guy, young guy over the road from him. But yeah, he's just trying to live his life, and his life is a shambles because he can't move on from the love of his life, which is just so sad. So yeah, I highly recommend this book, and that is Stirring the Sheets by Chad Lutzke. Okay everyone, so that's my wrap up for today. I'm going to run off and check our load shedding schedule, because we're load shedding again tonight, maybe for 4 hours. But that's okay. We've got food, we're going to make sure it's ready in time. We're going to make sure Layla is fed in time, make sure her food's heated up. Sometimes she's had to eat a cold dinner, and that's the worst thing for us. But we'll make sure all our other lights and all our other stuff that we need to charge is charging. Our generator, our this, because it doesn't last that long. So yeah, think of us. But what do you think of this video? Please leave a comment down in the dark spaces below. Let me know what you think. And until tomorrow, where we do our Valentines special, take care of yourselves, keep those pages turning, and cheers.